In what ways would you say you take care of your health? What are some ways that you take care of your health? What is your opinion on social media, specifically in regards to mental health?
When you're at a low spot in your day and you're kind of not doing much and you're kind of looking at what everybody else is doing, it can kind of make you feel demotivated.
What is something that you would encourage people to do for their mental health?
For their mental health.
Hey, it's Emily, and just like that, we're back in a new calendar year. For a lot of people, this time of year has a heightened energy or feels like a heightened time to start focusing on health goals. Whether that's new goals or old ones lost from years prior, it feels like a time to start setting in some positive changes. Regardless of the time, I'm always curious to see how other people are taking care of all aspects of their health, including physical and mental, and also how daily habits such as scrolling on social media can affect our well-being. In this video, I took it to the streets to tap into what other humans are thinking, feeling, and doing, not just in the world around them, but in their inner worlds as well. Let's see what they had to say. I'm here with
Amethyst.
Amethyst. Nice to meet you.
I've been playing music publicly now for about 5 or 6 years. I've always been a studio musician and a producer, so I've always worked in a studio, and I just get more enjoyment being out playing music than I do just kind of stuck in the studio.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful out here.
Angel.
Angel?
And a film music composer.
Annie.
Annie?
Hello, Emily.
Nice to meet you.
I just traveling here.
Oh, you're visiting.
Come from Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Taiwan. Okay, cool.
My name is Giovanni.
Giovanni, nice to meet you.
I'm studying health sciences right now, and I'm going to transfer to dental hygiene school.
I'm Emily.
Abby, nice to meet
Abby,
you.
nice to meet you.
Ainsley.
Ainsley, nice to meet you.
I go to Chapman.
Okay, nice. What are you studying?
Screen acting.
Screen acting. What are you studying?
Dance.
Dance. Cool. What form of dance?
Mostly like contemporary, but we're also doing like commercial dance, hip hop, that kind of stuff too.
What's your name?
I'm Charlotte.
I'm Lizzie.
I'm a speech pathologist.
I'm a nurse.
A couple of old guys taking a walk.
That's amazing.
It's a good thing I can still walk.
In what ways would you say you take care of your health?
I try to eat right. I try to monitor how much I'm drinking. I don't drink too much. Had a problem drinking a lot, not getting drunk, but just drinking on a daily basis. So now I probably only drink maybe once or twice a month.
Okay.
Healthy food and work out often.
Okay. What kind of exercise do you like to do?
Fitness and Pilates.
Okay, you like Pilates? Do you do reformer Pilates or mat Pilates?
Performer.
Okay.
About once a week. Pilates, you can train your muscle very detailedly, and I like it. I'm just a beginner, like half years.
Okay. How would you say you take care of your health in terms of nutrition?
Take vitamins like B, C, D in one capsule.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a multivitamin?
Yeah.
About once a week, we go out for a walk.
We solve all the world's problems.
We work on each other's mental health, and we give each other advice. I try to take a more vigorous walk every day if I can.
Okay, nice to get your blood pumping, get a little sweaty.
That's correct.
I used to be really consistent. Actually, we both were really consistent with going to the gym.
We're gym buddies.
I have been slacking,
Okay.
not gonna lie. But I go on walks. I mean, I do go to the gym, just not as often as I used to. You know, I'm in school, like I get busy, and so instead of going to the gym, I'd rather just do my work and like lay down and chill rather than go and get up and force myself. So I feel like I'm just holding myself back because I'm too tired. That's my goal this year, is to really just get on my workout grind.
I dance every day, so like I'd consider that my activity.
Trying to walk and just kind of be like consistent with exercise is something that I definitely struggle with, but try to at least like move my body at least 30 minutes a day or something.
So I work night shift, so I feel like when I first started working night shift, it was kind of hard physically and mentally, and I feel like I've now just started getting into a routine. So I feel like I really try to like have normal days on my days off and not flip back to like a normal daytime schedule, and then just like trying to be active on my days off and like cooking dinners at home, things like that.
I always make sure to drink a gallon of water a day.
Okay.
And I'm always keeping an eye on my diet. I try not to drink like sugary drinks. I always make sure to take some vitamins, like multivitamin and stuff like that. And I take care of my skin. I clean it, moisturize it, and put sunscreen on. Just make sure I get out and about so I'm just like not rotting away in my room.
That's awesome. What is something that you would encourage people to do for their mental health?
For their mental health, to have friends. and to talk with people and to do things that make a difference in the world, to try to make the world a better place so you feel like you're accomplishing something. That's what I would recommend.
That's beautiful. Is there any way that you take care of your mental health?
Go to somewhere I like to release pressure, exercise, go to anywhere I want, traveling.
Listen music.
Yeah, that's amazing that your work outlet is like a creative thing that you love to do that helps you relieve stress.
I just recently started journaling, so I'm going through a breakup currently.
Okay, feel
That's
that.
been like my safe space. I used to like not care for it, and I feel like now it's actually so helpful to just write down anything you're thinking, and it's just very like freeing. So I would say journaling is the only thing that's really helping me right now.
How often are you journaling?
Lately, I journal like a lot. I journal multiple times a day, but
awesome.
typically before my breakup, I never really journaled. Maybe like once in a blue moon. So it's definitely changed for me.
Yeah, sometimes it takes like situations like that for us to remember some practices that genuinely and honestly help us like throughout our life, no matter what phase we're in. What about you? What mental health practices do you have?
I like to read a lot. It gets me out of my own life and I can be in someone else's world for a little bit, and it's really relaxing and calming. A little bit of time to myself.
That's awesome. What kind of books do you read?
Like romance books.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
Yeah, they're cute, they're fun.
That you
when
get
they have
hooked
a happy
in.
ending. No,
Yeah.
I don't like the sad ending.
Yeah, the sad endings are
They're
no
not.
good.
When I read romantic books, I'll literally sit and cry. Like,
yeah.
and I'll be like, oh, this book.
They're so in your feels.
I know.
Like, I don't know how the authors do it, but
They just
they're
get
so
it.
good.
They get it.
Yeah, they know how to get you. Are there any ways that you take care of your mental health?
I try to like read to keep my brain working, you know.
What are some of the things that you like to read?
I like reading like mystery books, sometimes manga. I keep up with manga with my friends. I try to just like take time to write about my day, look back on like things that I enjoyed or I didn't like doing.
That's amazing. It sounds like you have a journal practice.
Yeah.
How long have you been taking care of yourself in that way?
On and off for like 6 months, since like the summertime.
What have you found, I guess, in this 6-month period of time since you started doing it? What have you noticed for yourself?
I noticed that like if I'm ever in a bad mood or if I'm upset about something, if I take time to like notice that, try to like get myself out of it or do something that I know I'll enjoy, then it makes me feel a lot better. Like I like cooking and I like drinking coffee, so I notice if I'm having a rough day, maybe just trying to like make a new meal, try something new can like help me start on a new foot.
That's awesome. You sound like really self-aware. Like you're trying new things, seeing how you feel. Like that's really cool. Like you're experimenting with your health.
Separating work and like my personal life is really important for me. So not checking my work emails when I'm at home or on the weekends, and just kind of trying to like balance everything in my life is really important.
Sounds like boundaries, like creating boundaries between work and like your personal life. And then also it sounds like too, like you mentioned, going on a walk to clear your head. It sounds like your physical activity also supports you mentally, which is super cool.
I feel like kind of the same, but I definitely have like certain people I talk to about certain things. Like if I'm going through something, I know I can like always talk to my mom or always talk to Charlotte about like things that are going on. And then I feel like kind of the same, like sometimes I just need to clear my head. So like the physical aspect of it kind of goes together with like helping with my mental health. Because if I'm able to like clear my head, then I feel like it's good for me.
Yeah. I love that you mentioned you talk to your mom or somebody that you know that supports you, because I feel like connection, human connection is so important, and sometimes we take it for granted, like the people that are around us that love us. So it's really cool. You support yourself that way. Along with mental health, I know this hasn't been around for too long, but what are your thoughts on social media?
I know there are people who obsessively use social media to the exclusion of real human contact. We have something called mobile phones, yet my understanding is that a lot of people never make phone calls, which is very funny, actually. So they text each other. What are you doing calling me? You should just text me. There was a time that people communicated by speaking with each other, and I think that if that's happening less than it used to, that's not healthy.
What about in terms of social media and mental health? Like, what are your thoughts there? Does that affect you personally?
It's funny you bring that up because I actually just deleted my Instagram, which was like a really big step for me because
That is a big step.
I was really focusing on comparing myself to everyone. Not focusing on it, but I was doing it kind of unknowingly because that's just what I'm feeding into my mind all the time. So kind of taking that away has been good, and I'm not so caught up in what everyone else is doing, what I think I should be doing.
Nice.
But it definitely influenced, it still does influence me, but
it feels good overall.
it kind of was a good step for me, at least a break. I don't know if I'll forever be off of it, but it's kind of been
Gives you some
eye-opening.
perspective.
Yeah.
What about you? Does social media affect you at all?
Yeah, I think definitely. I think it's really easy to like get on Instagram or TikTok or whatever and like see what other people are doing and compare yourselves to them or feel like you're not doing enough. And so just feel like I've gotten good at like just trying not to compare myself to other people and just remembering that what's online isn't always like the full picture.
Yeah, totally.
I try to limit the amount of time I'm on social media because I think a lot of the time, like when you're at a low spot in your day and you're kind of not doing much and you're kind of looking at what everybody else is doing, it can kind of make you feel demotivated to like get out and like do stuff you enjoy.
I'd say when I was younger, it really did. Like, I cared so much about who was seeing my posts and like compared to other girls, like my likes and how they looked versus how I looked. And I still do get affected, like on TikTok, obviously. Like, if I see a really pretty girl, I'm like, oh, damn, like I need to get to the gym. You know, I'm like, I gotta do better. So it's obviously a little bit damaging to your like self-esteem. I think I've gotten better at it. Like, I turned off my notifications for most of my apps. Like, I don't try not to check it as much, but it's still obviously, I think, subconsciously gonna be in my brain about how I look and if I'm like popular enough in my stuff. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's mostly just for my friends. I don't see it as like looking for new people to find me. So for that, it's not as much of a big deal and it's not as deep. But yeah, definitely scrolling through TikTok and Instagram, seeing all these models doing all these big things, dream careers, and then like, well, I'm their age and I'm not like that. I don't have that big career like they do. So I'm like, what am I doing wrong? But in reality, we're on a different part of our life.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So it sounds like you have some practices in place to really help yourself so it's not so much of like a existential crisis when you go online, because I know it can be easy to like float into the whole like doom scrolling situation.
I think it's already part of our life, but we cannot be addicted to that. If I feel bored, I just open my Instagram, and I think that is not good.
What are some ways that you make sure that you don't get addicted to social media?
I will go outside or read a book, a movie.
It sounds like you found some other activities to do besides social media so you don't get stuck in the doom scroll. Is that what they call it in Taiwan?
Potato girl? Maybe potato girl.
Potato what?
Potato girl. Just lie down and watch the Instagram or social media.
Sit on sofa like that.
Yeah. What would you say to all the potato girls out there?
Stop watching social media. Go outside.
Yes, go outside.
Enjoy the sunshine.
Yeah, get the sunshine.
Yeah.
Hopefully you learned just as much as I did listening to other people's responses. Maybe you want to sit down and reflect on the questions for yourself. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and we'll post more for you. Thanks.